morning. Today is Friday, February 19th, 2021. Woohoo! And our ICAM for today says, I can add and subtract fractions from whole numbers. It actually just says I can add and subtract from whole numbers, which will be fine. Let's start with a fact family. Remember, with our fact family, we only have 3 people who live in the house. And the 3 people are 5, 4 3/4, and 1/4. Give me a thumbs up if you think 5 is the biggest number. Give me a thumbs up if you think 4 3/4 is the biggest number. Give me a thumbs up if you think 1/4 is the biggest number. Well, thank goodness, we know that one's not it. Some people might pick 4 3/4 as the biggest number, but actually, think about it. If you had 4 pieces of gum and a little bit more, is that more or is 5 more? 5 is more. So let's take our 2 little pieces and add them together. And when we add them up, we'll get our bigger piece. So I'm going to start with 4 3/4 plus 1/4, and that will give me 5. That's the easiest fact in my fact family. What would the second fact be? Remember, we're going to use the commutative property and just switch them around. 1/4 plus 4 3/4 equals 5, right? We just took them and switched them. Boop. So I have 2 adding, now I need 2 subtracting equations. When I subtract, I always start with my biggest number first. So which number in my fact family is the largest number? 5. So both times that I subtract, 5 has to come first. So I could do 5 minus 4 3/4, and that would give me 1/4. Or I could do 5 minus 1/4, and that would give me 4 3/4. And this is our fact family. My addition problems are commutative. My subtraction problems are not commutative. All right. So let's review with one from yesterday, and then we'll get started with whole number work today. So yesterday we were practicing adding and subtracting numbers. And then sometimes we had to rename them if they were improper. So let's start with one like 5/4 plus 2/4 equals 5/4 plus 2/4 equals 7/4. Nice job. What would the 2 fast 4th grader do? They would say 7/8. But we know that this is a no-no. Don't do that. We never add or subtract the denominator. If it's fourths, it's fourths, it stays fourths. Well, I got 7/4, but this answer looks funny to me, right? So let's do a number bond for it. I can take out 4/4 plus, how many more fourths do I need to get 7/4? 3/4. 4/4 plus 3/4 equals 7/4. 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. This is 1 whole plus 3/4, which gives me 1 whole and 3/4. I think that's my answer. We need to check, don't we? So I'm going to take 1 whole and 3/4, and I'm going to use the recycling sign. And multiply and add. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 more, 5, 6, 7. This equals 7/4. That's what I had. I double checked. Now there's one more way to check this, and I'm going to check it. I'm going to draw my chocolate bars to equal 7/4. I'm going to draw a chocolate bar and split it into fourths. That gives me 1, 2, 3. That's 4/4. Let's draw another chocolate bar. Split it into fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7/4 right there. So I'm going to color these guys in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, if I look at my chocolate bars, that looks to me like I have one full chocolate bar and 3/4 of another one. And I have triple checked. And we're right. So we're getting better at that. Let's try adding and subtracting from a whole. So here's number 2. I want to take 3 wholes. I want to take away 1/4. I know what a too fast 4th grader would do. They would add it together and say 3 and 1/4. But we have to take away. So we have 2 choices. Let's start by renaming my 3. I could say, I want to call this 3. I want to start with a 2 though. I'm going to say it's 2, and how many more pieces do I need to equal 3? 2 and 4/4 is the same as 3, because 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. I want you to look at this again. The number is 3, but we want to say 3 with starting with a 2. So 2 and 4/4 is the same as 3. So I have 2 and 4/4. I'm going to take away 1/4, and that's going to leave me 2. 4/4 minus 1/4 equals 1/3. I think that's my answer. But we don't want to think, we want to know. So my number bond way, that's one choice that you can do it. I'm going to draw a chocolate bar. Actually, I'm going to draw 3 chocolate bars. Why am I drawing 3 chocolate bars? Because my number says 3. That's 3 wholes. This is 3 whole chocolate bars. I need to take away 1/4. So I'm going to split them into fourths. Remember, whatever you do to one, we're going to do to all of them. Now I had all 3 chocolate bars. That's 1. That's 2. This looks like blueberry chocolate. And there's 3. I have 3 chocolate bars. I'm going to take away 1/4. So I'm going to take away 1 piece. Now let's count how much I have left. Now I see 1 whole chocolate bar, 2 whole chocolate bars. That's 2. And 1, 2, 3, 3/4. And look, this matches that. All right, there's one more choice, and sometimes we see it this way, so I want to make sure you've seen one. Sometimes we have these very incredibly long chocolate bars. And really all they've done is they've put all 3 of them together. So I'm going to use my blue to represent my whole, just like we've done when we've had 1 extra piece. This time they just put them all side by side. This is 1 whole chocolate bar. This is 2nd whole chocolate bar. This is the 3rd whole chocolate bar. Now we have to split it into fourths, so I'm going to draw 3 lines down, 3 lines down, 3 lines down. And I know my total here right now, this is showing me 3 whole chocolate bars. It said to take away 1/4. So I'm going to cross off 1/4. Now I have 1, 2, and let's see, 1, 2, 3/4. 2 and 3/4 is still my answer. That's how we can triple check your work. All right, so let's try a couple more, and then you can pick the way that you like best for your practice today. Here's number 3. I'm going to have 3 holes, and I'm going to take away 2/3. Now, the easiest way for me to do this, I like to rename my 3. So I'm going to call my 3 something else. I want it to start with a 2. I'm going to call it 2 holes, and how many thirds would I need to equal that last chocolate bar? 3/3. Then I'm going to take away 2/3, and then I'll see what I get. So follow me again. I had 3, but I wanted to rename it. So I changed my 3 into a 2 when I called it 2 and 3/3, because 3/3 is the same as 1. So 1 plus 2 gives me 3. It's just a different way to name my fraction. Now I'm going to do 3/3 minus 2/3, and that gives me 1/3. And I still have a 2 out front. I think my answer is 2 and 1/3. Okay, I could be right, but we're not going to let it go so easily. Let's go ahead and draw a chocolate bar. I'm going to draw 3 chocolate bars. Why do you say am I drawing 3 chocolate bars? Because my number that I'm starting with are 3 wholes. I'm going to split each chocolate bar into thirds because my fraction says thirds. So that means 2 lines in each. And how much do I have? I have all 3 chocolate bars, so I'm going to color them all in. All right. I have 3 chocolate bars. I need to cross off 2/3. That means 2 pieces. How much do I have left? Well, this is 1 whole chocolate bar, 2 whole chocolate bars, and 1/3 of another one. All right. Let's try another one. Here's number 4. Let's take 5 wholes, and I want you to subtract 1/4. My favorite way to do this is just to rename my 5. So instead of calling it 5, I'm going to call it 4, and this is where I need the fraction part. I'm going to call it 4/4. 4 and 4/4. So look at it. 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. 1 plus 4 is 5. Now I'm going to subtract 1/4 from it, and I get, well, what's 4/4 minus 1/4? It's 3/4. And I had 4 wholes, so I have 4 and 3/4. And I think that's my answer. But we don't want to think, we want to know for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and check using my chocolate bars. So how many chocolate bars should I draw? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 chocolate bars because the number I'm starting with said 5. 5 chocolate bars, the number I'm starting with says 5. I need to split each chocolate bar into fourths because my fraction says fourths. So to make fourths, I draw 3 lines down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And how many did I have when I started? I had 5. So I'm going to color in 5 chocolate bars. They're actually chocolate colored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I have 5 chocolate bars. It says to subtract 1/4. That means I'm going to lose 1 piece. How much do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4 chocolate bars and 3 out of 4. And that's what I got this time. Bless you, Samson. Not so bad, right? Last one, I want you to start on your own. This is number 5. Start by yourself. Set the timer for 1 minute. Give yourself a minute to start and then press play and see if we can follow along. Here's the problem. 7 minus 3/5. Press pause until you figure this one out and then check with me. The way I like to do these is I like to rename my whole number. So instead of calling it 7, I would rather call it 6 and 5/5. I'm going to subtract 3/5. 5/5 minus 3/5 gives me 2/5. And 6 wholes minus 0 wholes still leaves me with 6. I think this is the answer. But I'm going to draw my chocolate bars to figure out for sure. So how many chocolate bars should I draw? 7, exactly right. All right, we'll make these littler chocolate bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to split each one into fifths. So that means 4 lines down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. Lots of pieces, right? But now it's really easy to cross off. Remember, subtract means cross off, so I need to cross off 3/5. So I had all 7. Let me color all 7 in. This time it's orange chocolate. Thumbs up if you like orange chocolate. I do not. No, thank you. All right, we got 7 whole chocolate bars. We were so sweet and we gave away 3/5. So I'm going to start 1, 2, 3. Now let's see how many I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole chocolate bars and 2 pieces from another one. So that gives me 6 and 2, 2/5. And this matches that. We know that we're right. All right, we have no more problems to do. I just want you to practice renaming a couple numbers. I'm going to write 5, 8, and 9. Tell me how to make 5, but I want you to start with a 4 instead. All right, you could say 4 3/3. You could say 4 5/5. You could say 4 7/7. Whatever you pick, as long as the numerator and the denominator match, you are right. This equals 5. Tell me how to make 8, but I want you to start with a 7. Good. 7 and 2/2 would work. 7 and 4/4. Sure, let's write 4/4 that time. It could be 5/5 or 6/6 or any number that you like. Let's do 9. I want you to say 9, but I want you to start with an 8. 9 wholes is the same as having 8 chocolate bars and 3/3, 2/2, anything as long as the numerator and the denominator are exactly the same. All right, I think you're in pretty good shape for today. Take your time, make sure you're writing down your problems. Don't try to do it in your head. Use your notebook. Have a good day and a great weekend.